history of things. And in doing my research on the history of St. Joseph's School, I was telling Mrs. Green, I must say I became a little bit confused because there were all kinds of important dates in the early years of what led to the school we gathered to celebrate. For example, in 1849, I read, a 2-story former school was bought and converted into a church and a school. And that would make this our 169th anniversary. But they got the building anyway. And of course, the school then, I read also a school opened in 1883. That would be our 135th anniversary. On the website, it indicates that St. Joseph Catholic School has a long history with roots dating back to 1873. That would make it our 145th anniversary. And Sisters of Mercy came and all of that. I read about being Jackson Street and Ross Street and now Summit in 1882. And you know what? I found out from your principal that the 150th marks the point at which we were actually incorporated, huh? Yeah, is that right? The right language as a school. It was very fascinating to read all of this, and read all the history of the parishes too that came together, the fires that burned down your precious buildings along the line, all of those things, the merger of St. Joseph and St. Mary into Resurrection. And my one conclusion is our school, for which we're so grateful and which gathers us today to celebrate, has been serving here the children and the families of the greater Batavia area for a good long time in the face of the many vicissitudes of historical circumstances that change. And here we are still, 150 years and counting, right? That's what it's all about. Here we are to celebrate. Because St. Joseph's School, thanks be to God and to all of you, flourishes still and does with such excellence the work that every Catholic school is intended to do. I believe that Catholic education is as important now as it's ever been, and perhaps with the new challenges that come from a culture that's increasingly secular and often hostile, not only to Catholicism, but hostile to religion in general, that our schools, St. Joseph's schools, is more important than ever. To be a shining light in what can sometimes be kind of dark, don't you think, in our world. There's so much confusion. The percentage of people in their 20s and 30s who say now they don't have any religious affiliation at all, we call them the nuns, not nuns like sisters. N-O-N-E-S, you probably read about that. On the surveys where you can check off Catholic, Protestant, Jew, Muslim, Buddhist, nun, more and more people, sadly, in our country are checking off none. I have no religious affiliation. So that is simply to say that St. Joseph's School and all of our Catholic schools, from the earliest years, pre-K, all the way through to the university level, we have a new responsibility and a new urgency to be all that we can be as communities of faith and learning committed to the truth. Do you agree with that? Huh? Well, thanks be to God. But we have to be very strong about this. It can't be business as usual anymore in our Catholic schools. St. Joseph's School, I know, is the only pre-K to 8 Catholic school in Genesee, Orleans, and Wyoming counties. I get that right? Good. I don't want to make mistakes like that in front of all of you who know what the story is. But that tells you how important it is that we do all that we can to continue and strengthen the support of St. Joseph's School. Everybody, the local parishes that don't have a school, I want anyone who walks up to a parish, even several miles from here, that doesn't have its own school, if someone says to the pastor, "Do you have a parish school?" And he'll say, "Yeah, St. Joseph's in Batavia." "Really? Even though it's not on his grounds?" We all have to claim responsibility and ownership for our Catholic schools. One of the councils of Baltimore back in the late 1800s decreed that every single parish in the United States was to have a parish school. Well, we're a long way from that, are we now? When times change, things change. But all of us have to come together with ownership. I want to see ads in every single parish bulletin, all around the circle from which your people come, promoting St. Joseph's School, not just here in Batavia. And I thank the parishes that, in fact, do that. But we all have to come together, the parishioners, the alumni, the families, and everybody, to make sure that everyone knows we have a firm foundation and a strong community that believes in what we are here at St. Joseph's and wanted very much to continue. When I first was installed as Bishop of Buffalo 6 years ago, next month, believe it or not, I made a point of getting around to know our Catholic schools. And I asked that every single Catholic school in the Diocese of Buffalo, you know, that's all the counties of Western New York, make up our diocese. I asked that every single one of them post a very clear mission statement in a prominent place in the school building. In fact, I gave out, we had them printed up, and I gave them out. And one time when I was visiting here, I asked your principal, I said, where is that statement? I don't see it. Because usually a school takes this 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, frames it, and sticks it on a wall someplace. So I was taken down by the door, right? Is that the main door people use? If you've been to the school, you know what I mean. And the statement that says it all is this: be it known to all who enter here that Jesus Christ is the reason for this school. The unseen but ever-present teacher in its classes, the model of its faculty and staff, the strength of its parents, the inspiration of its students, our Lord Jesus Christ himself is the reason for this school. I think now the principals and faculties know that when I'm coming to visit one of the schools, I'm looking for that sign. And you have it, I must say, in the most prominent place. Great big letters right there, painted on the wall. People need to know that, don't they? People need to know that we're not just an alternative to public education. And we support, we all hope public education is as good as it can be. No question, because most of our Catholic kids are in public schools. But we're different. We're different. And we must be different. Every year, the National Catholic Education Association chooses a theme for the year. And my favorite theme goes back to like 1972 or 3, when they first began to select a theme, and it was this: Catholic schools, quote, different where it counts. And that's what we have to be. And our young people, when I visit classrooms, you know, which I love to do, I ask them what it is that makes the school different. Different where it counts. And they always know. They always know. And there are all kinds of reasons. They talk about how the school feels like a community of friends and great teachers. But always the young people said, we can talk about Jesus here. We can learn about God. We can learn to live our lives and make the world a better place, because Jesus teaches us how to do that. So that's such an important thing about who we are. And it's because Jesus is the reason for St. Joseph's School that we gather in church today. We gather in church to thank God in the most perfect way we can do that, by celebrating the Eucharist. We're doing what Jesus asked Christians to do until he returns in glory. And that is to come together to celebrate the Eucharist. Because the Eucharist that we're celebrating now, of course, as the Vatican Council II told us, is the source and summit of our whole Catholic life. You cannot be a faithful Catholic without coming faithfully to the Eucharist. You might be a nice person, but you're not a faithful Catholic. And the world needs us to be faithful. And so does the church, for sure. And we come here to give thanks to God for so much, and in particular the gift of St. Joseph's School. And as we come to celebrate Mass, of course, the scriptures today display in a magnificent way the generosity of God to us. That's the theme I pick up today from especially that first reading and the Gospel. Now don't worry, I'm not launching into homily number 2 here about the scriptures. Just a quick point about how the scriptures relate to the work of our school. We heard in 2 Kings, there was a big hungry crowd there. 20 barley loaves fed 100 people, and there were leftovers. That is a testimony to the generous love of God in feeding his people. You know? And then the same theme in the 6th chapter of John. You know, John 6 is the chapter that talks all about the Eucharist, the bread of life. And Jesus has this hungry throng there. And he always noticed when the people were hungry and thirsty. And he talked to Philip first, and Philip said, "No, Lord, we can't do anything about this. It's impossible to feed them all." Reluctant apostle, huh? Not quite trusting enough. But then, of course, Andrew brings over that boy he spotted. I love that scene, don't you? He spots a little boy with 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. And it says there were 5,000 people there. So how's this going to work? Everybody ate. And it was the Lord Jesus that made that happen. And once again, there were enough leftovers of the food that you could have made some nice fish sandwiches, I suppose, or something. Had a fish fry on Friday. But the whole point here is, it's all a sign of God's abundance, abbondanza, as I like to say in the Italian. God is always ready to lavish upon us what we need. And Jesus, here's my point with the school. Jesus continues to feed his people always, and right here, right now, this morning, with the food of his word in Scripture. He feeds us with the word, with the food of his body and blood. When plain old bread and wine become the very real body and blood of Christ, wow, huh? Who wants to pass that up? And of course, he feeds us with the solidarity of one another. We're not living this Catholic life as Lone Rangers. Look around and really cherish the fact that we come together as a family of faith. And these are all the ways, not with barley loaves and fish, but these are the ways the Lord feeds us. Feeds us with his truth, with his love, feeds us with reasons for hope. We need reasons to be hopeful in our time. Because of what goes on in the world, what's going on in the church, we need reasons for hope. Jesus gives us that. But the hitch, of course, is that as Jesus feeds us, he expects us then to nourish one another. To nourish one another, sometimes with physical food. You know you do that for people who are in need here. To nourish one another with encouragement. To nourish one another with a commitment to make this school stay strong and even stronger in the future. There are so many ways we're called to feed one another. And it's such a great thing to think of all the ways St. Joseph's School, for 150 years and counting, has been nourishing its students, its families, its faculties by living the mission that Jesus Christ has given to us. There are many reasons to thank God for St. Joseph's School, many reasons that make it stand out as excellent academically, even if we're not a Catholic school. I think the commitment to the STREAM program is very, very exciting we have here. And so many things that distinguish your school as an excellent place. But we have to keep insisting that the fundamental reason we exist in any Catholic school is so that students, families, and staffs can come on a daily basis to know Jesus Christ more personally and to learn and embrace more deeply how he asks us to live our lives. We don't want to turn into just a private school alternative to the public schools. And sometimes, dear friends, that happens. In fact, we know nationally that some parents choose Catholic schools not because they're Catholic, but because they're excellent in other ways. But we want both, don't we? We want to be excellent academically because we belong to Jesus Christ. And we can expect no less from ourselves. So let me conclude with a memory of a visit to a school years ago when I was a bishop up in Maine, actually. And I was visiting the school there, the first day of school, and everyone was getting settled. And I do that here too, by the way. I always go to one of our Catholic parish schools the first day of school, and it's just fun. So anyway, everybody got settled, and I said, I'll go inside now and meet some of the teachers and some of the children. And I ran into a bunch of kindergarten parents who had just gotten their children all settled in their classroom. And these moms and a few dads were going to have a cup of coffee. And never being one to pass up a cup of coffee, I said, I'll join them, have a little conversation. As I was pouring my coffee, I heard a fascinating conversation among these parents. What they were discussing was their hopes for the colleges and universities their kindergarten children might one day get into. Now, maybe I'm not a parent, obviously. You're probably relieved to know that. I'm living my life the way I'm supposed to. But maybe kindergarten parents talk about things like that. I don't know. But it was fascinating. One mother said, I would like him to go to the University of Maine in Roanoke, or I want him to go here or there. I'm just pouring my coffee, listening. And there was one young mother who was very attentive to the conversation, but was not saying a word. And finally she spoke. And I will never, ever forget her words. One sentence. She said, well, I certainly want my daughter to get into a good school one day and know what she wants to study and do with her life and have a happy, successful career, comma. And then she said it. But more than anything else, one day, after a long life in this world, I hope she gets into heaven.